Hello everyone and welcome to the Shadow Realm. Today we're going to showcase the $30 Cyberdark deck profile. But before we start, friendly reminder to comment, like and subscribe for more videos like this. Now let's dive right into the deck profile. We'll start things off with double copies of Cyberdark Chimera. It's a great card that can fully send any Cyberdark when sent to the graveyard and also searches for power bond and allows to banish materials from the graveyard. We're also of course playing triple copies of Cyberdark Cannon and triple copies of Cyberdark Claw. Cannon can search for any Cyberdark that we need, while Claw can search for any Cyberdark spell or trap. Also, if a monster battles equipped with Cyberdark Claw, you can send a monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. We're of course playing one copy of Cyberdark Horn, one copy of Keel and one copy of Edge. All of them are necessary in order to summon the Cyberdark Dragon, and they're also very important in order to play the control aspect of the deck. We're of course also playing triple copies of Cyberdragon Core. Also, the amazing thing about the Cyberdragon Core is the fact that it can search any of the new Cyberdark spell or trap cards. Then, since we don't rely heavily on Cyberdragons, we play one copy of Cyberdragon Herz. I would only play a second copy if we play more Cyberdragons in the deck. Then we're also playing a single copy of the original Cyberdragon. And lastly, to round up our Cyberdragon package, we play a single copy of Cyberdragon Nachster. And since the deck really lacks any monster removal, we play a single copy of Jizukiru, the Stark Destroying Kaiju, a card one can easily search with Core and Cyber Repair Plant. And for the spice of the deck, we play triple copies of Gale Dogra. For the cost of 3000 life points, you can send any monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. In conjunction with a new spell you're going to see later, this is probably the best OTK enabler of the deck. And the spell I was talking about is Cyberdark Realm. It searches any Cyberdark monster and also allows us for an additional normal summon. And this allows this $30 version of the deck to special summon the new boss monster with ease. And of course we're also playing triple copies of Cybernetic Horizon. This spell allows us to search for any Cyberdark or Cyberdragons and also sends one monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. And since we can search it, we're also playing a single copy of Cyberdark Inferno, a card that allows us to get an additional normal summon for the deck. Then for consistency cards, we play triple copies of Impermanence, a card that can easily search for Core, and Core can search for any pieces that we miss. And then of course, as I mentioned before, we're also playing a single copy of Cyber Repair Plant. Now the only way that we're going to fuse in this deck is 2 copies of Power Bond. Power Bond is searchable through Chimera and also allows us to OTK with ease. Now moving on to the trap lineup, we're also playing triple copies of Cyberdark Invasion. In conjunction with the Cyberdark monsters, this is our main way for disruption. By sending a Claw or Cannon to the graveyard, you can destroy a card on the field and trigger their effects while you're at it. And of course we're also playing the best card in the deck, triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. Finally, Infinite Impermanence is really affordable, and this is the main reason to pick up the deck. Now moving on to the side deck, we're playing triple copies of Gizmek Orochi. This card is aimed if we're going second and we want bodies to OTK our opponent. And thinking up with the going second theory, we're also playing double copies of the Stark Destroying Kaiju. So we're making sure that we're going to get rid of the problematic monsters our opponent controls. Now going first, we're also siding one copy of Cybernetic Overflow. Sadly, we don't play many Cyber Dragons, so this card is not very impactful. To increase our chances going first, we're playing triple copies of Paleozoic Canendia, usually siding the copies of Gale Dogra for this card. And going second, if we want to ensure that we're going to spam the board with powerful monsters, we can play triple copies of Overload Fusion and summon many of the fusion monsters that we have in the extra deck. And lastly, since we play a Machine OTK deck, we're also siding triple copies of Limiter Removal. This card in conjunction with the Power Bond can get our boss monster to 20k attack. Now moving on to the extra deck, we play triple copies of Cyberdark End Dragon. This is the main win condition of this deck that we can easily bring out if we have the right combination of cards in our hand. Now moving on, we're also playing triple copies of Cyber End Dragon. If we have the right amount of Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, we can easily special summon him using the Power Bond to OTK our opponent. An alternative win condition of this deck is Cyberdarkness Dragon. This is the only monster in the deck that provides a negate, and it's also really easy to special summon through Power Bond. And since we have it, we're also playing triple copies of Chimeratech Overdragon for some niche situation that this card cannot OTK our opponent. And lastly, we're also playing triple copies of Cyberdark Dragon that we can send to the graveyard with Horizon or Dogra and fusion summon into our boss monster. Now for this quick 2.5 card combo, all we need is Gale Dogra and Cyberdark Realm, and the random spell or trap of this card. We're going to start by normal summoning Gale Dogra and activate its effect to pay 3000 and send Cyber End Dragon to the graveyard. Then we're going to pay another 3000 and send Cyberdark Dragon to the graveyard. If we had Almirage, we can link off Gale Dogra for that. And then we can activate Cyberdark Realm and search for Cyberdark Cannon, activate its effect in order to search for Chimera, and then, if we have Chimera, we can normal summon it and activate its effect. We're going to pitch a random spell or trap card from our hand in order to search for Power Bond. Now that we have the resources in the graveyard, we can activate Power Bond and fusion summon for a copy of Cyberdark End Dragon. And we also have the Cyberdark Cannon in the graveyard that we can equip to the Cyberdark End Dragon. And that basically wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a comment down below, Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Also, if you want to see a slightly more expensive but still budget version of the deck, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe and I will see you all in the Cyber Realm.